I'm a pretty direct and assertive person. Whenever I'm angry, trust me, you'll know. Even when I was younger, I would always get upset whenever something wasn't fair. If I had to pick up toys that someone else had left behind, my face would turn bright red and I would go at it. If a compromise over what movie to watch somehow failed to appease me, I would let it be known. I was told to calm down, which is reasonable because these problems aren't that big of a deal. But as I grew, and as my anger about injustices grew and evolved, so did the opposition to my rage. I was told I was bossy or loud or dramatic or hormonal. Sometimes adults would just go off on their own and say, "Don't worry about it. It's the teenage years. She'll grow out of it." I can understand their hesitation to deal with me. After all, who wants to be around someone who's angry? But they never said this to my brother, or to my cousin, or my father, or my uncles, or any of my guy friends who could get just as angry, if not more, than I did. They weren't bossy or loud or dramatic or hormonal. They just got a little worked up, that's all. For a while I thought I was simply the wrong type of angry. I hadn't yet mastered the amazing and mysterious art of gaining empathy for my rage. I began to doubt that what I had to say was valid, and I would blame myself for feeling angry at all. It was only a couple years ago, when I started to hear more women speak up, that I could understand the discomfort others must have felt whenever I spoke. I wasn't the wrong type of angry. I was a girl, and I was angry, and that was wrong. Whenever women are frustrated or annoyed or indignant, the immediate response to these emotions, which I too have admittedly used before, is, "It's the hormones," or "Are you on your period?" Now, I cannot deny that PMS gives rise to many negative and real emotions. But by assuming or even just joking that it's just the hormones or that a woman is angry because she's on her period, that frustration, that annoyance, that indignance is immediately invalidated. Hormones are just thought of as chemicals and are associated with teenage hysteria. By reducing all of these very real emotions into a bunch of chemicals, it's as if the anger itself isn't real at all. It's even worse for women of color. Whenever a Black woman expresses her frustration or her annoyance, she's labeled the angry Black woman, which immediately twists others' perceptions of her into an unreasonable bother. Sure, they're jokes. But jokes can change people's minds. They can start conversations, and they can just as easily end meaningful ones. Humor, even bad humor, is powerful. Now, this doesn't mean you should pity or hold the hand of every woman who is angry. After all, we're human too. We can be irrational or closed-minded or dramatic, and if we do have valid complaints, simply feeling sorry for us isn't going to help. Yes, empathy is welcome, but if you only feel sorry for us, it's as if a tangible solution is impossible. It seems out of reach. So what do we do? The next time your mother asks you to do the laundry you didn't do, or your boss asks you to finish an assignment she had given you, or your friend confides in you, listen. Listen and respect what they're saying. Understand that this anger is coming from somewhere, not just hormones, and try to help her. After all, there's a reason she's coming to you with her anger. Is anger alone going to solve all of these problems? No, of course not. But anger can be a sign that something is wrong, that something needs to be fixed. And if we ignore women and we make jokes about their anger, they're silenced, and these problems go unaddressed. Yes, the world is changing, and yes, the world is acknowledging women more, which is great. But we still need to change unequal pay. We still need to address sexual assault. We still need to introduce and accept more women into the government, in business, in medicine, in all male-dominated workplaces. And this begins by addressing women's anger. Because if we don't acknowledge that there's a problem, we can't fix it. Thank you.